That's why in the No Time to Die trailer, when she's like, I'll shoot you in the knee, the one that works, I'm like, fuck you. Yeah. You weren't there, man.
You don't know what he went through.
You don't know what he went through.
You don't know.
You don't know anything. Oh, I'm a new agent. I'm the new top agent. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
You're not the 007.
Yeah, you're not 007.
You do not hijack
don't be
my
007.
franchise. Do not hijack my franchise.
I don't want anyone to hijack this franchise.
It's a James Bond franchise.
It's not specifically you. I don't want anyone to hijack this franchise.
But you're on my radar right now.
Yeah, I'm watching you. So then we move on to the Welsh wonder himself, Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton.
The second shortest tenure as James Bond.
Only 2 movies.
Only 2 movies, which is a shame. We would have liked to see a third one.
And he was contracted for a third. He was contracted for 3 movies altogether, but legal problems got in the way.
Yeah, he was going to come back for, I can't even remember. I actually heard the name of it, and now I've forgotten it. They had the name of it, the movie and everything, what it was going to be.
Oh, before it became GoldenEye?
Yeah. It wasn't even GoldenEye.
I know, I remember it as well, and I cannot remember.
I can't even think of it right now.
But sadly, he only got to do 2 movies, and he's only coming into his own in the second movie.
By the end of the second movie, I'm like, I'd watch another one of these.
Exactly, that's it, where The Living Daylights is a bit lackluster.
The Living Daylights isn't a great opening for him. The plot is convoluted, and it's all over the place. It's hard to, if you just dip out for a minute, you're like, oh shit, what's going on now? What the fuck is happening?
What did I miss?
There's a henchman listening to 80s power tunes while he's killing people.
I kind of like that henchman, but it makes no sense that he can infiltrate an MI6 safe house.
Timothy,
well, just pretending to be a milkman.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Why is
the other guy sick or something? He says, "Oh, you're not the usual milkman. Other guy's sick." Okay, go ahead.
All right, in you go. Yeah.
See ya.
The entire
most trusting security guard of them all.
The entire head of MI6 is in there, but you can head on in. No problem, bro.
Fuck, I can't find the name.
Fuck. Just look up Timothy Dalton third movie, see if it comes up. I don't know. Or James Bond. I don't fucking know what to find this, but I'd love to know the name. But what else is in it? I'm saying a lot. This is bad. This is bad podcasting right here. When I just keep saying and you're typing something, even though I asked you to type it.
Relax.
Okay, I'm relaxing. The Property of a Lady.
Of a Lady.
Yeah, it was based on a short story, I believe.
Was it?
Yeah, it's based on a short story. The Property of a Lady. That's not a great title.
I don't like that title.
Yeah, me neither. Anyway, at least we know what it was called now.
Yeah, we got it.
That satiated my lust. But Timothy Dalton says every line with Welsh malice. I wrote that down here because I was like, that's a good line. It's a good line,
That
Connor.
is a good line.
Yeah. He delivers everything like this.
And there's more blunt trauma, like the closed fists. And he's an angry man.
He is an angry man, and he's not.
I'm not wearing a suit. I'm too angry for a suit.
He's not attractive. Get me a windbreaker.
Get me a jacket. I can't wear a fucking suit.
I want to wear a windbreaker.
I can't throw haymakers when I'm wearing a suit.
Yeah, and he's like, don't you want to know what this was for? By the way, this is all you need to know about Timothy Dalton. One of Timothy Dalton's best one-liners is "Turn off the bloody machine."
When it's about to die, and she's like, "You okay there?"
Benicio del Toro, who, by the way, shows up in in License to Kill, and delivers a fucking killer performance. He jumps off the screen,
and he's a nobody at this point. By the way,
he's a henchman.
You're like, "There's a star in the making right there. Yeah. Look at that guy."
Honeymoon.
Such a weird delivery. You're like, who? What?
Who is this guy? Yeah.
Felix Leiter gets eaten whole by a shark and survives.
He survives. His wife is killed, but he's totally fine about that by the end.
Survives.
Yeah, he's totally fine because Bond got revenge and he's alive and everything. But Timothy Dalton, he's brutal. He delivers a few haymakers. Yeah.
He's a force to be reckoned with.
He is, and he's kind of like
doesn't really beat on women.
No, he doesn't. He's pretty good to women.
Yeah,
he keeps telling them to leave. He has one of my favorite Bond girls of all time, and your favorite Bond girls.
Big time.
Pam Bouvier.
Yeah. She really holds her own. I think this is what Triple X was supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Triple X is like, oh, she's formidable. Yeah. She's formidable, and then Bond gets the upper hand on nearly every moment.
Whereas Pam is like, she's actually holds her own, and she's so useful. Actually, she's a helicopter pilot.
She is. She's a pilot.
Yeah.
So she really helps towards the end.
Yeah.
In the big truck chase.
Totally. And she does it on her own initiative because Timothy Dalton tells her 20 million times in this, time for you to go home.
He says it to Q as well, doesn't
Q, time for you to leave.
Q gets involved as well. It's pretty cool.
And he's having a good time.
Injects himself into the mission.
And he even he's like wingmanning Bond is like, look, he's doing it for the mission, okay?
Yeah, he's kind of saving face for him. Look, he's like, here, he doesn't mean it,
trust me.
He's a highly strung Bond. Yeah. Timothy Dalton's an angry Bond. Yeah. He's an angry man.
Yeah, he's not as attractive, so therefore he's more angry.
But don't worry, you'll get you.
I hate to say that because Timothy Dalton he's an attractive guy, but of the Bonds so far.
Of all of the Bonds, I think he's the more mid-range attractiveness.
I love that we're rating the Bonds on attractiveness.
That's coming from a straight man, so you can tell me if I'm wrong or not.
Tell us if we're wrong.
But when I look at him, I'm like... it's hard to explain, but I'm like, his features are less symmetrical than some of the other guys.
You look tough. That's what you look.
He does look tough.
You look tough.
He's got bad hair. I said it. I fucking said it. There you go.
He's got bad hair. He's got a lot of it, but it's not great.
At least it's his hair.
Yeah, exactly. Hey.
Looking at you, Sean Connery.
Looking at you, Sean.
Shawnee C right there.
Shawnee C. Yeah, wherever you are. Dead, as I presumed
he's
earlier.
Not dead.
I know he's not dead.
He's busy trying to understand Lord of the Rings.
Oh Jesus, he's not. Books. I don't read books. I'm in movies.
James Bond was shut up. Open hand.
Open hand. But yeah,
he hits you like a woman. That's the deep disrespect right there.
Jesus. But anyway, they tried something new. And I really appreciated it. And you know what? After Roger Moore, and it was something we kept saying, Timothy Dalton was exactly what you needed as a palate cleanser.
No, it was like a remedy, because we got too much of the goofiness.
Yeah.
But 7 films in, I mean, like, I love Roger Moore, and I love his take on Bond.
Yeah.
But by the end of it, you're like, what's new? We need something new and fresh. And we get this angry Bond.
Yeah.
Timothy Dalton punching the head off everybody.
The Living Daylights feels like the intro to License to Kill. License to Kill really is the Timothy Dalton movie.
Also, it just throws out the formula.
Yeah.
It's Bond almost on the run. Like, it's Bond, but it's going to be called License Revoked, put it that way.
But the Americans wouldn't have got that.
They couldn't understand it because they're like, why can't he drive his van?
Yeah, why can't he drive his 4x4 anymore?
In the trailer, he's driving a truck. How does that make sense? That doesn't make sense, guys.
I don't understand.
By the way, have a nice day.
Have a nice day.
Yeah.
But, and then the bad guy is really cool. And, the guy who...
It's something Davey, is it?
It is... Well, that might be the actor's name.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
The villain is called Franz Sanchez.
Yeah, by Robert Davi.
Robert Davi, right. And he...
Arnie's buddy. Arnold Schwarzenegger buddy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Him and... The two of them are good buddies.
He's one of the Johnsons in...
Die Hard.
Thank you. Die Hard 1, that is.
Yeah.
The main Johnson, I would say.
The main Johnson who gets blown up.
The biggest Johnson.
The biggest Johnson who has the biggest explosion when he blows up.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But, and, he's
great.
He's invested in his character. He wanted him to be all about, not about money, but about respect and loyalty.
Yeah, that was really good. And that was his doing.
Yeah.
That was his addition to the script.
And, Timothy Dalton, by the end of that movie, he makes a fool of himself to win back Pam Bouvier. And I really appreciate that.
I really appreciate that. And that's seeing more remorse, seeing a little bit... You know what? When Timothy Dalton injects a bit of levity...
Yeah.
It really hits home because there's very little of it.
Yeah.
So when he does do it, it actually is. It's great.
When everyone expects him to leave with a bridesmaid, and then Felix is like, "No, weddings aren't his thing." You know what I mean? Because he was married.
He's married. And
you're
like, "Ooh, Texas like, B film happened."
Oh, I love it. But
continuity, it exists.
Yeah, Timothy Dalton. Now, I will say I've gained more respect and appreciation for Roger Moore, but Timothy Dalton's, having not seen them really, I thoroughly underestimated, and I really love License to Kill.
And after seeing The Living Daylights, I was like, oh, this is why people don't talk about Timothy Dalton. And then I seen License to Kill, and I was like, I love this movie.
Yeah.
I wish there was a third one. And he literally said that the third movie, he wanted to amalgamate the best parts of both, and I think that would have been an excellent movie.
It would have. It could have been a very strong movie, but unfortunately we never got it.
And to go on the record, I think License to Kill is one of my favourites.
Wow.
Just because it breaks the formula. It's nice to see Bond. He's on the run. That way. Well, he's not on the run, but like, it's just a revenge story.
And that 4x4 chase is fucking great. Not 4x4, but big truck.
Yeah, the big
semi-truck. That's what it is.
Yeah, that is excellent.
Yeah, it's awesome. But now we're going to move on to the second to last Bond. Pierce Brosnan.
The Irish, the homegrown hero.
So, Pierce Brosnan. The two of us, we have something to say about Pierce Brosnan. We have become snobs about Pierce Brosnan because when we were children,
this is for you, Jerry. By the way,
this is for you, Jerry.
A workmate.
When we were
friend.
When we were children, we would say Pierce Brosnan's my favorite, and everyone would go, that's because he's the one now, okay? Sean Connery is the best. And that has become ingrained in my mind where I'm like, yeah, I only liked him because, you know, his movies aren't even that good anyway, and he's not a good Bond.
Plus 3 words.
Yeah.
Die Another Day.
Die Another Day.
And also 1 word. Madonna,
yeah.
You know, like, you're only as good as your last hit.
Yeah.
That left such a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah.
That I didn't have the respect that I should have had
Probably
for
the same
Brosnan.
taste that Madonna's pussy would leave in your mouth. Oh my God, I can't believe I just said that.
Talk about sourpuss.
Can we bleep that whole thing and just have... No, can we bleep the whole... Can we bleep the
Instagram, that's getting promoted. That's a promoted post right there.
Can we bleep the whole thing and just hear me say probably the taste that and bleep it that would leave in your mouth?
No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bleep the setup to it and then leave the really bad thing in. You know
yeah.
Madonna's pussy.
Oh. Now you have to bleep it twice.
What did he say? And then I'm like, sourpuss.
Oh, man. But yeah, Pierce Brosnan may be the best amalgamation of all the Bonds that there is.
He just collected the best traits of each one.
He really has.
He can throw down.
Yeah. He's charming.
Charms the pants off everyone.
He gets some great one-liners in.
Man, do you know his chest?
Yeah.
I picture him on a carpet at a fireplace, and then he's resting on the carpet, and then I'm resting on his carpet chest.
Yeah, man.
You know, tell me another one. James.
Tell me another one, James. You know what? Like, his sexiest moment, I think it's in Tomorrow Never Dies.
And then he nibbles on my shoulder.
Yeah.
Because he's a nibbler. He's a goddamn nibbler.
3 of the 4 movies he's in ends with him lying on top of a woman. What more do you want in a James Bond?
Nothing more.
One of my favorite moments is when he's sitting in the chair, his shirt is open, he's a bottle of vodka there, a gun here, and he's just sitting there and drinking.
Then Terry Hatcher looking exquisite walks in.
And he's almost angry to see her.
And his eyes undress her.
Yeah.
She's like, oh fuck, I better take this off.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Well, he's already undressed me.
I know.
But, yeah, man.
He's hot stuff. He's hot
stuff. He's probably the hottest Bond, I would say.
He can drive a tank.
He can drive a tank like a motherfucker.
My God, Goldfinger is an exquisite James Bond movie.
Goldfinger is arguably one of the best James Bond movies.
Definitely. I really think so.
And you know what? I'm sad Timothy Dalton didn't get another one, but if it means we wouldn't have got GoldenEye, I don't know if I'd have wanted it.
I know, that's the thing. And it's lovely that GoldenEye is named after this place in Jamaica where Ian Fleming wrote his books, his novels.
That's
like
his house.
The James Bond series, you know?
And, it's just such a good movie. Everyone in it is great, you know.
On top of the game.
Sean Bean as Alec Trevelyan is great.
One of the best Bond villains ever, I think.
Yeah, me too. Pierce Brosnan just gives a great performance as Bond. He's hitting it out of the park in the first movie.
I was embarrassed watching it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I didn't give this man respect. Or at least enough respect.
I know. And I was like, man, I've never been so wrong in my life, but I'm so happy I'm wrong, but at the same time I feel ashamed for being such an elitist.
Especially, we were saying, when our mate Jerry kept saying, have you got to the good ones?
Yeah.
Have you got to GoldenEye? Have you got to the Pierce Brosnan movies?
And we were kind of like,
we would snigger, like, as if like, oh my God, what's he know?
Yeah.
You know, and then I was watching it going, I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed.
And I did say it to him, actually. Then I was like, you're right.
I've said it to him. You know, we owe you an apology because you were right. The Pierce Brosnan movies
are fantastic.
They are, except for one of them. But anyway, GoldenEye is a great movie. I just like everyone. Alan Cummings is Boris, you know. Zelenya Onatov, played by
Famke Jensen. Famke Jensen is... Oh my! She's hot stuff. What a way to go! She kills people by riding them.
And then she gets squeezed to death.
Melons, cracking.
She always did like a good squeeze. Oh man, yeah, she could crack anything between those thighs.
She could crack a safe with those legs.
She could turn coal into diamonds between those legs, baby.
God, yes.
But then you have like a great love interest for Bond in Natalia.
She's so good.
She holds her own. She's one of my favorite Bond girls.
She's great. She's really great. So attractive.
Yeah.
But also, she's got this energy about her because she's just like a hacker. You know, she's a computer whiz.
Yeah.
The hottest whiz kid you'll ever see, by the way. You know. But also, she's just there's an energy about her.
Yeah.
I just love how she's a model.
Yeah.
But yet she's aggressive.
Yeah.
You know that way she's not afraid of not looking hot. And I know that might sound like a silly thing, but you ever watch a movie?
Yeah.
You're like, well, this girl she's painted into a box maybe
by the screenwriter or whatever.
By the screenwriter, yeah. She just always looks pretty.
Yeah.
This woman, when the first time she's she's in the presence of Bond. She's like, wake up!
Yeah, wake up, screaming and freaking out.
Like she's ugly angry.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just refreshing to see.
She's played it so well. And I
hope that doesn't sound demeaning. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, it's nice to see her let loose.
Yeah, it's nice to see. You know, she's not limited. Like, you know, you got to be more demure. You got to be a bit more submissive and everything.
Bring it down. Yeah. You got to look pretty angry.
Yeah,
you got to look pretty angry.
No, she's kind of realistic in it's a stupid way. You know what I mean?
Sean Bean steals a kiss.
You're like,
she's furious.
Sean Bean is great as this villain who's a wannabe Bond.
He's such a wannabe.
He wants to be James Bond so bad, but he isn't.
And by the way, quip. One liner.
For England, James? No, for me. Drops him. Oh, love it. So good. Everyone in this movie kills. The tank chase is obviously one of the best movie chases of all time. Pierce Brosnan sees the car, takes the tank. That's what I love.
I know. And then when you see it, when he fixes his tie, what a moment. And then they get back to that.
They do that again in the boat chase in The World Not Enough. Yeah. It's so good.
Actually, someone said that to me. And they were making a joke about Pierce Brosnan. They were saying, what I don't like about Pierce Brosnan is he's the kind of guy that'll punch someone and then fix his tie. And I'm like, that's what I love. That's a part Sean Connery, a part Timothy Dalton, you know.
Part Roger
he's got
Moore.
to look well. He's got to look suave. Actually, all three in just that moment, right? What he'll do is that blunt force from Timothy Dalton, right? Fixes his tie like Sean Connery, and then he has that one-liner
like Roger Moore.
Yeah. What else do you want?
Perfect. It's so good. And Daniel Craig even has a bit of that, you know. In Skyfall, when he jumps off the stolen train, fixes a cuffling, walks on. You know what I mean? That's all the good Bond stuff. What a man. When he's squeezed into those suits like I'm squeezed into this one.
Fucking hulking out of them.
You know, so he can do any of the stunts, he has to wear a size up. All the stunt people wear a size up suit, and that's how they can do any of the stunts. And then any shot where he's just standing or walking, he wears a normal size. And
it's
that's
like a Tom Ford, isn't it? Suit.
That's why it fits so well and it fits so tightly. But any stunt he has to do, he has to go up a size.
Made around those muscles.
Yeah. Oh man, we'll get to that. But Pierce Brosnan, you know, he knocks it out of the park from the beginning. GoldenEye is an amazing action film, let alone a Bond film.
And, you know, it's so high on the list, like, when you rank the movies, that you think all the other movies are just bad.
Yeah.
But they're not. And we were really surprised when we got to these other movies. When we watched Tomorrow Never Dies and The World Is Not Enough, I expected bad movies. And they're a step down.
They are a step down.
And, like, they progressively get a little bit worse, but I think they're still good movies.
They're still good movies. And we should say GoldenEye, you know, we're very kind to everyone, but we're still going to point out the faults. GoldenEye has a terrible score, I will say.
It's sadly cheesy.
It's a bad score.
Casio synthesizer.
The score from Tomorrow Never Dies should have been for GoldenEye, and Tomorrow Never Dies should have had Golden Eyes.
That's the only weak part, I'd say, of that movie.
The themes would have lined up more with that. But anyway, look, it can't be perfect. Also, Pierce Brosnan does a good thing where it sets up characters who are going to come back in the later movies. It has his American contact, whose name I've forgotten.
I know. It's Felix Leiter, but it's not him.
It's not Felix because Felix is retired now.
He's like a drunk Felix.
Yeah, and it's... Oh, by the way, sorry. Judi Dench as M for the first time. We nearly forgot to say that.
My favourite M. I love Bernard Lee, and I know he's in a lot of movies, and it's really sad that, like, he actually died, and they never fully... They don't even mention him.
They don't address it.
I'd like this... I'd love to... We said this before on the podcast that it'd be great for him to be mentioned as in, like, he retired. M retired. But they don't even say that.
No.
And maybe they're trying to respect him, but I actually would have loved that.
He leaves a note for Bond. Something like that. It would have been... It would have
been nice.
Something nice like
because
that.
Because the tension between those two...
was good.
Well, between all the different Bonds.
Yeah.
And all the different actors that play Bond and Bernard Lee. There's this tension, there's this... aggression, you know? Like, it's weird. It's weird where they're kind of arguing...
They're friends, but they're friends and one of them is still your boss. You know what I mean?
And you feel that.
Yeah.
You feel that because sometimes it's a competition sometimes, you know that way?
It's never...
things get done here, Bond, when you're not here, believe it or not. You know, it's kind of...
You know, they both check each other's ego. That's what it is.
Big time.
And, you know, that doesn't come back until M. You know, Judi Dench. I just call her M. That's the thing.
I know, that's the thing. When I think of M, I think of Judi Dench.
I think of Judi Dench,
with her business look about her, with her briefcase.
And she's just great. She's calling Bond a dinosaur, calling him out on all his shit and everything.
A misogynistic dinosaur.
Yeah, and I love it. By the way, whatever the Moneypenny in GoldenEye, The World Is Not Enough, and Tomorrow Never Dies, she is great in those three movies, and it's ruined in Die Another Day.
I know, because they give the audience what we want to see, but then when you get it, you're like, oh, no, I didn't actually want to see that.
You know what? That's a step too far.
Yeah, it is. Isn't it funny? You're like, I want to see Moneypenny and Bond just go to Pound Town, you know, make some babies.
Yeah.
And then when you see it, you're like, oh,
That's wrong.
Oh, it's not right.
Yeah.
It's almost like seeing a brother and sister kiss almost, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's, once you get your cake, you're like, you know, cake and eat it too. You're like, ugh.
No, this cake is so filling. I don't like it.
I don't want it.
And you know what? It's not even that she's actually making out with Bond. It's that she's doing it in the VR thing. And it just makes it diminishes her character.
I know. She looks weak all of a sudden.
It's like in Goldeneye, it's almost like she hates how much she enjoys flirting with him. You know what I mean?
And they're just both teasing each other.
Yeah.
And just going up a level and a level and level, but it's never going to get physical.
No.
And that's what's fantastic about it. It gets so close.
The two of them are like, neither of them will make the first move.
Yeah.
Because they're two of them are too proud. And then she's almost like, you know, once you have me, that's it. You're never going back to anything else. And he is almost afraid that might be true.
Yeah,
that's what I love.
Great. I love how she like takes him down a peg or two, and he's
every time. James has a relationship with this woman, by the way, and then he kind of fucking side-eye her like she's his sister, like she's his fucking sister. She's ratting him out to mom. Yeah. James and her fucked. Come on, Moneypenny.
But
Jesus.
some serious sibling sexual tension at the same time.
Yeah.
Like there's an albino baby going to be made. That's all I'm saying.
There's a reason step porn is so popular. You know what I'm saying?
Tell me about it.
Expert right here. But I mean, GoldenEye's great. Tomorrow Never Dies has one of the best Bond love interests in Ming-Na Wen. No, it's not Ming-Na Wen.
It's Michelle Yeoh.
Michelle Yeoh. Sorry, I keep getting them mixed up. Michelle Yeoh is amazing. She's
Wei Lin. That's her name.
Wei Lin. And she's the only Bond girl who I would have liked to see a spin-off of, or could hold her own in a spin-off, I would say.
That's The World Is Not Enough, right?
That is Tomorrow Never Dies.
Tomorrow Never Dies, or Tomorrow Never Lies.
Tomorrow Never Lies.
Educated me on
the original name, which
because it's about a news mogul.
Listen, suits the movie, but for mass audiences, probably doesn't sound as good.
Tomorrow Never Lies. You're like, what? Bond's not lying, or
exactly?
Or what's going on here?
I don't really appreciate the license revoked or whatever, but listen, you know what I mean. It's personal preference at the end of the day. Yeah, Michelle Yeoh is great. Like everything about her is great, you know.
Well, we get a great contrast of fighting style as well, which is so fun to see.
It is.
She's all technical kung fu blocking, in and out backflips and all this, and there's just Roger Moore? Oh, sorry, not Roger Moore. Pierce Brosnan's just swinging for the fences. Has to trick people.
He's fucking popping them on the shoulder and just knocking them out one punch and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Brute strength versus this technique, and that's great to see. And she's definitely more proficient when it comes to fighting.
No, she is. And oh man, the remote control car, the BMW, one of my favorite cars of all time. It's so good.
So good. As a child, I was like, I need that. I want that. Does that exist?
Again, it's like these. Excuse me. It's like these movies from your childhood. These certain scenes are ingrained in your mind. That remote control car scene, I think I've seen it a million times. Every time I love it even more.
Isn't it funny how you instantly turn back into that child when you see it? Because I remember thinking, what do you want when you're a kid? You want that remote control car.
Yeah.
What's better than a remote control BMW?
Yeah, it used to annoy me that he destroyed it. I was like, no, I really like that car.
And then when you're older, you get the joke where it goes into the rental company.
Yeah.
Into that rental store.
Yeah.
It's a perfect ending.
I love, by the way, when Q's like, it's a little temperamental, and he says, let's see if it'll respond to my touch.
Those hands are gifts right there.
Yeah, they are. God's gift to women.
You want to see the G-spot?
Yeah.
This is like magnetized.
It's like, you know the way Joey and Friends can just unhook your bra with one finger and everything? He can just fly. He just
pin the tail on the donkey.
Yeah.
You blindfold him and he's like, G-spot. Yeah. How the fuck did you know?
How did you find that? That's like...
I'm Bond.
Yeah, I'm fucking
Pierce
Bond.
Brosnan, have you seen my carpet chest?
I just know, okay? Are you a lesbian? Boom, you're not.
Yeah, exactly. Nibble.
Yeah, give you a shoulder bite. And Pierce Brosnan, he is great at reminding you that James Bond is a psychopath.
Yeah,
he's messed up mentally. He is a broken man inside. When in Tomorrow Never Dies, when Terry Hatcher is killed, she's Carver's wife. I can't remember her first name, but Mrs. Carver. Anyway, she's killed by that amazing character actor.
Will love that.
I know. Yeah, sorry, I don't know.
She's got a name.
Her name's like.
Mrs. Carver.
It's Carver. Fine, you know what? His name's Elliot
Tracy
Carver.
Carver, is it?
Tracy's his main wife's name, isn't it? Tracy's Bond's wife's name.
Diana Rigg.
Diana Rigg. Oh, fuck it. I'm looking it up now anyway. See, this is what you do to me, feminists.
Oh my God.
They didn't do anything. I'm just being a dick.
Paris Carver.
Paris Carver.
What a name as well.
Whatever. Anyway,
Paris
Elliot Carver's wife.
Remember Jonathan Pryce as well?
Yeah, Jonathan Pryce.
Fucking madman typing. He's drinking some.
You know that was Jonathan Pryce on set, and after the camera cut, Michelle Yeoh went, dude, seriously?
Too far.
Too far, man.
Too far.
And he was like, "Oh, I was
in
the
like,
moment."
I'm just going to try something, guys.
Yeah.
Just roll camera. I'm just going to try something.
And the director's like, "Don't worry, Michelle, we won't use that." Put that in the movie.
He's like, that was gold.
That was gold. Do it again.
I wouldn't mind all those moves, and you can't jump out of the way of that yoke.
Hey, Michelle, you can go home. You can go home, okay? We're gonna shoot something just here with
something different.
Okay.
Unrelated.
Do it again. Do it again.
Can you turn up the racism, please?
Yeah.
Turn it up a bit more. Yeah. Not enough racism.
Not enough racism. Just
there it is.
You're a bad guy. You're allowed to be racist. Yeah, come on, go for it.
Type faster.
Yeah, but you're right. He should be able to jump out of the way of that spinning blade thing. I stepped on your joke by doing a different joke, but it's okay because we came back to when you were talking about him being able to jump out of the way, and then I went back to what we were talking.
Whatever.
We came back. It all circled around.
It all circles.
I will say the goon in that Stamper don't have much love for. His mentor though, love.
Is he German?
He's German or French or something. I think he's a French actor.
They give him a very flamboyant kind of accent though. It's turned up a little too much and it's great.
I feel so embarrassed. And Bond just fucking...
Yeah, they wanted me to get the code for your car.
The code from you. I am meant to torture you if you don't give it to me.
I'm really sorry about this. I apologize.
I'm so embarrassed. And Bond is sitting. Bond is sitting there next to the corpse of a woman who we are led to believe he loved, and it's all in his eyes and everything. He's just seething. His temperament doesn't change or anything, but
that's the remorse. That's the humanity. That's what I like to see in my Bond.
That's that fucking fiery psychopath in James Bond.
But at the same time, he's hurt.
Yeah,
and it's nice to see that he's hurt, not physically, but emotionally.
Emotionally hurt. He says it's not going to look like a suicide if you kill me from over there. Basically,
the way he says that.
Yeah. Basically, he's like, "Come over here, motherfucker. Get close to me." And then he does. And then the guy's like, "I was just doing a job." And he was like, "So am I." Boom.
There you go.
What a great scene. And then you get, The World Is Not Enough, where he shoots Elektra. And I love that.
Elektra King, by the way, the sexiest villain ever.
Yeah.
I love the kind of mess around they do.
Yeah.
With the bait and switch.
Yeah.
What's his name? Reynard. I'll never get his name right.
Yeah, you keep calling him Rayland. Yeah, Reynard. Yeah. He's the man. He's only going to grow stronger the longer he's alive. No, he's being slowly poisoned was what we were told.
We were told that he just can't feel pain.
He can't feel pain.
That means he's not. That means if he runs too long, he's still going to pass out because his body's going to give up.
He just won't know when he's about to pass out.
Exactly. Yeah. And he won't know when he's just about to die. He could still bleed out and die.
He's holding that hot rock.
I know. And we don't even get to see his burnt hand.
No, you don't. For some reason, his hand is resistant to it.
But Elektra King, man, there's something. I said this. I'm literally echoing what I've said before. But there's something amazing about seeing this woman who's so beautiful in this ball gown.
Yeah.
But is so evil.
Yeah.
This is so scary.
Terrifying.
She puts him in that sex chair.
Yeah. Oh, and even his quips in that sex chair.
You're just another.
No. It's like, all you urge of me is one last. And then he chuckles. Screw.
His neck is one twist from being broken. And he's like, it's still got to be funny, man.
And in his head, he was like, oh, man.
If I go out now, if I die now.
That was a good one.
That better be on my grave.
Yeah, it's called The World Is Not Enough, which is James Bond's family motto. One of the greatest mottos of all time.
Which is used in
Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Hell yeah, because it exists.
Because it exists, and it's one of the most underrated James Bond movies. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Circles back.
Circles back, baby. But yeah, and even the line in this, when she's like, a silly sentiment. Family motto.
Perfect. And we also get that moment.
The Russian guy.
The Russian dude.
Yeah.
I love his moment where he saves Bond. You think he's going to shoot Bond?
Robbie Coltrane is the actor. I don't know his character's name.
And they're always at odds with each other, you know? And it's like a love-hate relationship. But then you see that respect right there at the end. Beautiful send-off.
It is.
It's actually heartfelt.
It is. Oh, he walks in. I'm looking for my friend. He's driving a high-powered submarine somewhere.
It's his cousin or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, so great.
She's great. I love Elektra King.
Me too.
What a character.
Denise Richards, though being incredibly attractive, is not a very believable nuclear physicist. Christmas Jones.
But hey, she'll tell you. She'll tell you. I'm a nuclear physicist.
I'm a nuclear physicist.
Do my breasts look good in this? I'm a nuclear physicist. Really? Stop saying it.
Stop telling me.
Stop telling me.
We get it, okay? Em is great in this movie. It's a bit more of a personal story for her.
She's a bit involved as well. And she gets more involved in Skyfall.
Yeah.
But this is the most involved she had been in action.
She had been at that moment.
And it's good to see. When she's captured and she sends out the SOS.
Yeah.
Because it shows a bit of skills to pay the bills.
Turns out Em is pretty talented.
And behind the desk and out there.
Maybe she was a good field agent when she first started.
Maybe she was.
Who knows? Even though Bond says she's a glorified accountant. And she's like, you think I won't take a life? well, I'm sending you out to die, Bond.
Bye.
But then when he's leaving, she's like, Bond, be careful.
I know. There's that respect.
I love it.
She's got that professional respect.
She's like, listen, I'm going to send you out to die, but sadly, I do like you.
Yeah.
Which is so...
I know.
Every woman in the Pierce Brosnan franchise is so annoyed that they like him that much. You know what I mean?
And I think he's annoyed that he likes her too in this. It's almost like they're the same.
Yeah.
They're on the same level where he's like, oh, God damn it, I respect you.
Yeah, it's the fucking...
I respect you and it annoys me.
It's the fucking Wes Mantooth from Anchorman. Where he's like, I hate you, Ron Burgundy, and he kisses him, but God damn it, do I respect you.
Yes.
Yeah, it's great. And even she says at one stage he's the best. He might be the best damn agent we even have. And it's like,
she hates herself for saying it.
And you know that if Bond was in the room, he was like, excuse me.
Truth serum. What happened there?
Oh, what happened there? But is there anything to say about Die Another Day? It's a bad movie. Madonna is bad.
Her hands.
It's the worst theme. I'll say this: it's the worst theme in the worst movie, and it's packaged
probably
in two.
In the whole Bond
franchise.
Yeah.
It has a strong opening, I will say.
It does with the hovercraft chase, and then he's a prisoner of war.
He's a prisoner of war. I enjoy that.
We do say that the song at least captures the vibe of a year-long North Korea.
Torture.
You're like, oh, this does work. But I was saying to you earlier on that song is so current of that moment that by the time the movie comes out, it's outdated.
It's not just dated, it's just then.
There's such a small window to sell by date.
A small microcosm of 2000 and when was it? 2002, where that song was a hit and then never again.
Out of date.
Never
again. 1 year
again.
And it's out of date.
And when Madonna shows up on Scream, that's the first time Bond's met someone who's fucked as many people as he has.
He has, fucked her way to the top.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's not a great movie.
It's not a great movie, and you've Rosamund Pike, Halle Berry looking amazing. Rosamund Pike, Jinx.
Whoa,
yeah, she was a figment.
She could be the most attractive Bond girl.
She was a part of my childhood.
She was,
and everyone else.
She was a part of me becoming a man.
Yeah, and I mean,
I felt a tingle.
I felt a tingle.
Tingle or two.
There's a reason why most comedians reference Halle Berry all the time.
I tell you, that VHS got rewound.
Bring that back.
Rewound,
and Pierce Brosnan.
Jesus, the TV's getting hot.
Yeah, Pierce Brosnan, unfortunately, is really fucking good in this movie. And it's sad
because he's Pierce Brosnan.
Yeah, he's really good at being Bond, and it's kind of annoying that he's in such a bad movie.
And jeez, he wears a beard well.
He does.
Just like he wears everything. He wears Halle Berry well.
He wears legs wrapped around his face well. Yeah.
He calls it a scarf.
He calls it breakfast is what he calls
fucking
it.
Hell.
Breakfast, lunch, and fucking dinner.
Colin Farrell.
Yay.
What a man.
We've seen it, Colin.
We've all seen it, Colin.
We've all seen it, Colin. Right. Finally, we've reached Daniel Craig.
Danny boy.
Daniel Craig. Casino Royale. Resets everything. Might be my favorite Bond movie.
My God, get out of my head. It's my favorite Bond movie.
Yeah.
It's my favorite Bond. And I keep wrestling with it because I'm like, it's the most current.
Yeah.
Are you just saying that? Well, I know it's not the most current, but it's the most current actor and the most current take on the Bond franchise. And I'm like, is it because of that? I don't know. After watching all these movies, it has everything.
Yeah.
It has everything. But for me, Daniel Craig, I know I keep talking about this, but he has the most humanity of all of them, and probably because it's most current.
Yeah, it's a modern movie.
It's the death of Strawberry Fields in Quantum of Solace. Like,
that hits you in a bad movie. That hits you.
That death.
Right.
Well, here, Vesper though. Vesper breaks his heart, and she breaks the man.
She breaks him.
She makes him James Bond.
He had the skills, he had the training, and the ruthlessness was there. And
he also had a functioning heart.
He had a heart, and the only thing that was keeping him from fully embodying becoming a psychopath murderer was Vesper, and she betrayed. Not only did she didn't just die like his wife. She betrayed him.
And then what's beautiful, though, is in Quantum of Solace, we get some blanks are filled in where we find out from Mannix that she bargained for his life.
Yeah.
So even though she was betraying him, she did love him.
When Willard White came in and little Sheaf was scratching you on the balls.
Yep. Boom. We got a lot of Pop Funkos for anyone listening.
Yeah. The only reason Willard White didn't kill you Not Willard White, sorry, Mr. White.
Le Chiffre. Oh, yeah.
The only thing Mr. White didn't kill you and Le Chiffre was because she promised to get him the money.
The money that he wins in the poker game. Yeah. By the way, have you ever seen a more exciting poker game in your life? Man. It goes on for ages, and I love it.
Two of my top 5 Bond movies are both been directed by Martin Campbell, and there's obviously a reason for that.
GoldenEye and Casino Royale.
I watched
and then he made that amazing movie called Green Lantern.
He also made The Mask of Zorro.
By the way, Taika Waititi's in that.
Taika Waititi and Ryan Reynolds have been in a movie together.
It exists,
baby. We're not going to let you two forget because they're watching, obviously.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Taika loves this stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, what a guy.
Yeah, what a guy. I really like him. Anyway, this is... I mean, I just love this movie. It's such ingrained in my childhood. It's the first Bond I saw in theaters.
It's the pinnacle.
It's, in my mind, it is. At
least, to me as well.
Like, Daniel Craig, I'm going to look at my notes for what I said about him. He could beat up any of the other Bonds. The only one who could potentially, he might struggle with is Pierce Brosnan, maybe. Maybe.
If it was a war of words, Pierce Brosnan would beat him. And a war of hairy chess.
I don't know, though. If it's a war of hairy chess, yes. If it's a war of words, excuse me, that last hand nearly killed me.
I know, but there's very few moments like that.
That's
but when it's good, it's good.
Yeah.
The delivery on that line
is one of the. I love it.
That hand nearly killed me. It's so good. It's perfection.
We've watched that scene, and the two of us, all we could think of was how many takes. How many takes did it take to get that so right?
Okay, I'm gonna come clean. I don't know how to play poker.
Do you not?
And I don't. And I'm after. Do you know what? I've played it many times, and every time I learn, I don't play it for another 3 years.
Oh yeah.
And I forget it, and I have a feeble mind that just it disregards information if it's not being used. It's like off to the trash bin that goes. And man, I watched that movie, and it's the most dramatic poker game I've ever seen, and I'm so engrossed in it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could watch this for 2 hours.
And you know what's happening as well. Even if you don't know how to play poker, you know what's happening. You know.
Yeah.
It's so good. This is from Casino Royale. It is the Vesper Martini Shaker. Get it? Because Vesper, he names it after her and everything.
Beautiful.
Vesper Lind. Daniel Craig is both human and superhuman at the same time. Whenever he's in a physical contest, he is a superhuman god. He gets beaten up.
He does, but that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You know, when he takes a punch, you feel it.
You feel
there's
it.
There's more, I don't know what I want to say, like there's prowess in the strikes that he takes. There's weight.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's weight. You feel it's impactful. You know what I mean?
And you can see in fight scenes, he moves from technique to desperation.
I know. Yeah, where he's just swinging for the fences. Sometimes that's what he needs.
He starts off really good where he's got a lot of technique and he'll take out a few of them.
Remember your training.
Yeah, remember your training. And then one guy will get the best of him and you get a scene that. You get a scene like that where they're going down the stairs and he just has him in that choke.
But he's
and
green,
everything.
man. He's cutting his teeth on this, you know?
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Le Chiffre is amazing. I mean, we could do a whole podcast.
Matt Nicholson is so good.
I think we could do a whole podcast on Casino Royale. We love that movie so much.
Easily. I love that. There's so much to it.
Yeah.
We get a bit of everything.
Yeah. That movie is so ingrained in my childhood that I think I'm still in love with Vesper Lind and I'll never get over it.
I know. She betrayed me too.
She betrayed me too, yeah. I watched that movie religiously. And I love the theme song. Yes, her death breaks my heart every time.
It really does. And you see Bond break in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
Again, Bond cries.
Second
time we see Bond cry?
Yeah.
I think so.
It is. Second time we see him cry. Yeah.
Ever.
And he really is not okay.
Of 24 movies, I think that's the only other time he cries except for George Lazenby.
He cries twice in that movie when he's getting smacked in the bollocks as well.
You mean when his balls are getting scratched?
His balls are getting scratched.
The intensity. Oh my God, what an actor. The vulnerability you see, you don't really get to see another Bond put into that situation.
By the way, some of the best, Bond looking like a psychopath, when he's holding the gun to Malaka's head in the embassy and you just see the look in his eyes and he's dead. He's dead inside. He's like, I'll kill every single one of you people if I need to.
And this is at the start.
It's at the start of the movie. You're like, this guy is a blunt instrument.
This is before his heart gets broken.
Yeah. And then they put him in a suit and it doesn't really fit him right up until the very end. Right up until he gets his heart restarted and then you're kind of like, that suit's sitting a little better on him, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's getting the DB5.
He grows into the name.
He grows into it, yeah. And then he gets that woman killed and you know what?
That's it, yeah, Quantum of Solace.
No, he gets a woman killed in the first one because he sleeps with the guy's wife and then he kills her.
He does. Yeah, shit. Man, there's so many levels to that movie. And we forget about the airport scene as well.
And you know what? you can
that happens afterwards.
You can see that because he has cut himself off when she dies, he's kind of like, he's a bit non-fussed about it.
He does become a bit of a stone cold killer, but it's then the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
It breaks his heart.
Yeah.
You know, is Vesper when she dies, and then you're like, okay, he's a stone cold killer.
Yeah. He's become a weapon, and that's it.
Exactly. Yeah. Just direct him.
Yeah. Point him in a direction. He has become the
goes.
best agent. He had the potential to be the best agent. By the way, sorry, this has the best opening to a Bond film. Him getting his 00 license is awesome.
And they shoot it in black and white.
They shoot it in black and white.
Then he becomes the agent.
Yeah.
And then when he becomes 007, gets his license to kill.
Yeah. That's when the movie takes off.
It's great.
So good.
The free running scene as well. Like there's too many. There's so much action in that movie as well. Because you think, when I think of a film, I just think of the poker game.
Yeah, me too.
And a car flipping.
Or
rolling.
But it moves from strength to strength to strength. Every single thing in this movie.
Yeah. It's a long movie.
It is a long movie, and you don't feel it. A long movie where most of it is a poker game, and you don't feel the time going.
And I was saying to you, it's not really. It doesn't feel like the conventional 3-part structure of a movie.
No.
Act 1, 2, and 3. There's like a fourth as well.
It's like prologue, Act 1, 2, 3, epilogue.
Yeah. And the epilogue's long.
Yeah.
You know that way. It's not like a 2-minute thing. Like her death is the epilogue, really.
And then fucking Quantum of Solace is like another epilogue on top of that.
I know.
Yeah.
Quantum of Solace, man. You'll get whiplash watching that. It's so fast.
Yeah,
it's the shortest Bond film ever.
Shortest Bond film ever, we discovered, which is crazy.
And it was I was glad because it's not the best movie.
It's not the best movie, but I let it away with more because it's so short.
I wish Martin Campbell came back.
Me too. And I know that there was a writer's strike and Daniel Craig was writing this movie on the fly. So for it to have any good moments and everything in it, I actually appreciate them more. Yeah. But it's a bit of a mess of a movie.
It is. It's a bit of a mess. There's so much action. There's so much going on to the action that I can't appreciate it enough.
No.
Because sometimes I can't understand it.
Yeah.
You know that way. There's so many elements.
Too much cutting, too many elements and everything.
And I know what they're doing is great.
Yeah.
I know the moves and all the fighting is good, but it's so hard to comprehend.
Yeah.
Because they probably don't have enough time to shoot a long enough cut scene, you know, so that you're getting a second of a scene, and 2 seconds of a scene, split second of a scene, 5 seconds of a scene, and it's cut.
Yeah.
And sadly, altogether, it just makes a mess in your brain. It's like a puzzle you're trying to put together, you know.
But I mean, the ending battle, like the finale of the movie, it's terrifying. The oil factory on fire and everything.
The flames, you feel them. It burns me when I'm watching it.
Like you said, the Strawberry Fields Revenge, where he gives him the oil can.
So Bond thinks, just to set it up, Bond thinks that the villain is after oil.
Yeah.
Turns out he's actually after water, and he's going to stage a drought.
Yeah.
And then sell the water, pretty much, make money out of water. But he thinks it's Bond is convinced it's oil. Mm-hmm. So Strawberry Fields, this agent who is really green.
Yeah.
She's not a field agent, by the way.
No.
She's got a desk job. It's Gemma Arterton. Bond sleeps with her, brings her to a party, pretty much gets her involved in the whole situation, and he finds her drowned in oil, just laying on this pristine bed, and it's a horrible image.
Yeah.
And Bond takes it to heart. And this is one of my favorite moments of what I would call kind of a bad movie.
Yeah.
Because he really carries the weight of that, and then at the end we get that poetic justice where that French, I don't know his name, he's a French actor.
Something Green is the bad guy's name. Dominic Green is the bad guy.
Dominic Green.
Mm-hmm. Mathieu Amalric as Dominic Green.
So French.
Yeah.
He drops him out in a desert and gives him motor oil and says, I wonder how far you walk before you consider drinking that.
Yeah.
And then they say that he was found in the desert with like a litre of motor oil in the system.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Love
Beautiful. Because then you realise right at the end, that's where you realise he's still human.
Yeah.
Because he still carried the weight of her death on his shoulders.
The whole movie is a revenge movie.
It is.
And it's dark.
And it's for Vesper. And then it even turns double revenge then.
Yeah. It's like, it's dark.
Sadly, I don't think the overall packaging is that good.
No.
But there's great elements of it, and Daniel Craig is still nailing it.
I think I found money in this suit.
Nice.
I haven't worn it in a very long time. Oh no, it's just tickets. Shit. I thought I was rich for a second. Anyway, we should move on to Daniel Craig's other great Bond movie, Skyfall. Tricked me too. Yeah.
Spectre, back of the bus.
Yeah. Skyfall is awesome. Sam Mendes' first outing with Bond. It's amazing. Raul Silva
out of the park.
knocks it the park. It's a personal story for M and Bond.
watching Bond go through like getting shot and rehabilitated is so bad, especially when M sends him out.
The vulnerability.
Yeah, the vulnerability of
the
this
scene
guy.
when he's doing his the physical test, and then they leave the room and then he drops to the floor and he's in bits.
Yeah, I just
he's the first one where you go, oh my god, like he's really human.
What are
like,
they putting him
he
through?
He could die. You know, because you're so used to it. You're kind of just conditioned now. You're like, Bond survives at the end. Bond ridiculously survives all these crazy things.
This isn't taking a toll on him.
Then you see him do like that, and you go, oh my... What? But there's something wrong with Bond.
Someone help him.
Something's wrong with Bond.
But then you know if someone...
But he's too egotistical to ask for help.
Exactly. That's the greatest thing about Bond.
Sorry, I stepped on your point of view.
No. The greatest thing about Bond is his ego. Yeah. His ego is prevalent in every single movie, and I love it. He has such a big ego about himself.
I'm not going to confess that I'm hurting inside.
He has to be a hero. He has to be the one to save the world. He has to be he has to come out on top every time.
And sadly, they kind of address that, hey, look, he's a human being who's aging as well.
Yeah.
They could have done that with Roger Moore. They missed a beat there, but Roger Moore's too goofy and all that. But he's 58, and Roger Moore's still like, hey, I'll do a cartwheel.
Yeah,
I'll tell a joke. Yeah. I'll hit you with a pun. Where you see 3 movies in, 3 movies deep, and there's Daniel Craig. She's already been through so much that you see the physical toll it's taken on him.
It's tough to see, but also a great film. My second favorite Daniel Craig movie.
Me too. And let you
scruff.
See some grey.
Yeah, see the grey
in his facial hair.
His scruff as well. That's why in the No Time to Die trailer, when she's like, I'll shoot you in the knee, the one that works. I'm like, fuck you. Yeah. You weren't there, man.
You don't know what he went through.
You don't know what he went through.
You don't know.
You don't know anything. Oh, I'm a new agent. I'm the new top agent. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
You're not the 007.
Yeah, you're not 007.
Do not hijack
don't be
my
007.
franchise. Do not hijack my franchise.
I don't want anyone to hijack this franchise.
It's a James
Bond
franchise.
It's not specifically you. I don't want anyone to hijack this franchise.
But you're on my radar right now.
Yeah, I'm watching you. Anyway, it's
Skyfall.
Skyfall is a great
beautifully
movie.
Shot. I would say the most beautifully shot movie of the Bond franchise. Thank you. I cannot speak.
And Skyfall tries to do it, and it never quite gets there.
Roger Deakins.
Yeah.
Is a cinematographer. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it should be much better than it is.
He's the cinematographer for Skyfall, and my God, it's beautiful shot after beautiful shot. Yeah. We were only talking about just Bond running.
Yeah.
There's 2 amazing scenes where he runs. First, he's running through London to the courtroom, and then when he's running through the glass, or the grass, and his home that he grew up in, Skyfall, is ablaze behind him. It's like, whoa.
Yeah, and he's
beautiful.
He drives a DB5 there with M. He faces he faces off against Raul Silva. He goes to hover over the ejector seat.
He might be slightly bisexual.
Oh yeah, well, listen, but if any Bond has fucked a dude, it's Daniel Craig.
It's Daniel Craig.
Yeah. And
that dude loved it, by the way.
Yeah, that dude loved it. He left satisfied.
You're welcome.
And he did it for King and Country. Queen and Country. And also, he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He'll totally own up to it. He's like, oh yeah, fuck, dude, no problem.
He loved it.
Yeah, exactly.
The dude loved it.
Yeah.
Bond's like, I don't know.
Yeah, Bond's like, it was fun at the time.
Yeah, why not?
I'd do it again, I guess. Yeah. He's just cool with it.
I'll fuck anything.
He's just cool with it.
If I want to.
You know what? It's just not a thing. You just like...
Yeah, whatever.
You
trying to do my job. Shut up.
For some reason, you think it's a thing. And
I know.
And then he brings it up and it's like, oh yeah, it's totally just not a thing. It's just cool. I get
you. And you'd be like, oh, are you gay? No.
No, yeah. I just
but you fucked a dude. Yeah?
Yeah, so...
Is there a question in there?
And then you're like, yeah, sorry, I'm just being really... I'm being real outdated. I'm sorry.
I'm the problem.
Yeah,
I'm the problem here. I'm going to show myself out there.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah, but... Skyfall is amazing. I watched Spectre for the first time, and I was disappointed.
It's around 5 hours long, right?
It is, yeah. Fucking feels it. All the building blocks are there for a good Bond movie, and it just never gets off the ground, really.
And Sam Mendes returns. That's what doesn't make sense.
You've got fucking...
And he said he wouldn't return.
I know.
Because Skyfall was so good that I think he was like, well, here, I'm stepping back. Highest grossing Bond movie as well.
Of all time, yeah.
1.1 billion, I think it made. I just want to double check. Yeah, 1.1 billion.
Yeah.
Bond never made $1 billion before.
And you know what's funny? I never saw Spectre because I didn't like the theme song.
Sam Smith's
theme song. Didn't like it at all. But I was like, how could it be bad? And then Sam Smith's theme song was enough for me to go,
I'll sit this one out.
I'll read a review first. And then I read a review and I was like, oh no, I'm not going to see this then. But now I've been forced to watch it thanks to my own podcast. And it just never quite gets there.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And it feels long. It feels like one of those old Bond movies where you're like, why are we doing this? Is this necessary?
When people tell you the building blocks of this movie, you're like, I can't wait.
Yeah, I know. And then, why Christoph Waltz as Blofeld isn't great?
No.
What?
Yeah.
What? How?
Because they're half brothers. Oh, Jesus.
Why do that?
What was the need for that? There was no need for that. I'll answer for you. There's no need.
The greatest villain of all time happens to be connected to Bond's childhood.
You just don't need that.
Unnecessary.
It just...
To me, that just... the alarm bells go off for lazy writing.
Yeah, I agree.
I know, who am I to say that? But I mean, it's like when I watch Rise of Skywalker and I'm like, oh, it's just a special compass.
Yeah, lazy.
Wait, are we going with that? Because that was the first idea.
Yeah.
That was the first idea on the whiteboard.
We just put that on the board as like a potential thing to do.
We'll get back to that. We'll make that better. We'll explore things.
Never came
it's
back
like
to
Christoph Waltz. Yeah. Blofeld's connected to his past. It was so unnecessary.
Yeah. It's got a good opening scene and a good train fight. And all the actors in it are very good.
That's my movie boner for that opening scene.
Movie boner, yeah. It's like
Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead. It's like a one take.
Holy shit. Like one take. You look for the seams there.
Yeah. Look for it. I dare you.
It's seamless. And it's like 6 different shots.
Yeah.
The hotel room onto the ledge.
Yeah.
That's going from like an English studio to Mexico. You show me the seams there, sir.
Show me the seams there, sir. Watch 1917 and tell me he didn't practice on Bond.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, it's disappointing. But look, I'm very excited for No Time to Die.
Me too.
I hope it pulls it back, you know?
I really do. It's a send-off.
It's a send-off.
I will say Billie Eilish, I'm not on board with
Not 100% on board of the team, but it's
not a bad team.
No.
But we've been in that territory for 3 movies now.
Yeah. So, look, we're excited about it. We think... Predictions, Daniel Craig is going to...
Do you think he's going to die?
He may die. It depends on what direction they want to go with this franchise.
I don't know what I want from the movie.
No.
Do you know what? Because I don't want him to die. I want him to retire. But then you give me the right send-off. And I'm like, I guess. You know, wait,
I'm happy with it.
Like same with Tony Stark.
Yeah, exactly. I'm totally okay with him dying.
Yeah.
After
Depending.
Endgame. Depending. No. I'm totally okay with Tony Stark dying after Endgame. But
exactly, because it was done well.
You just have to do it right.
Yeah, you hit all the right notes. And it's very difficult to do. It's very difficult. Like, I was so surprised. Like, that just shows how well the Russo brothers pulled it off. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That was worth it.
I just don't want it to be, and this is going back to a reference for me, the Always Sunny episode in the most recent season where they watch the new Thunder Gun and it's Dolph Lundgren and he literally passes the torch to his son and they're like, did you not understand that was him passing the torch? And then they're like, no, I didn't see that coming. Why? Thunder Gun's alive though, right? In the next movie he'll be back. And they'll be like, no, he won't be back. He just died. He 100% died.
Do you not understand that 24 James Bond movies was about the 007 moniker and not about James Bond himself?
Not about James Bond.
What?
That's 100% not true.
That is so not true. And we are so fearful that that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And the next Bond movie is going to be that woman that's in all the trailers.
Yeah.
Like, she looks like a badass. She's from Captain Marvel as well.
Yeah.
She's really good in that.
Yeah.
A movie I'm not even that excited.
She's the best part of that, I would say.
One of them,
One
definitely.
of the best parts, yeah.
And Ben Mendelsohn, though, is pretty damn good for all that prosthetics. He still conveys a lot of humor.
That lisp coming through strong as ever. But
what I was going to say is I just don't want her to take over because it's a James Bond franchise.
Yeah.
I'm not at all against Atomic Blonde type movie where a woman's kicking ass.
Yeah.
Like Charlize Theron did that so well. They're even talking about a sequel for that.
I hope so.
But it's a James Bond franchise, not a 007 franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know feminists are going to fucking hit me and be like, no, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
No, it's James Bond.
Yeah.
Hands off my Bond.
Hands off my Bond. Yeah. Hand off my toys. You're not allowed to play with them.
And I mean, after Daniel Craig, who else is going to be Bond? It's so hard to pick someone.
Because he's our favourite. He is. He's my favourite. He's my favourite too, I think. And
I do battle with that because he's the most current.
Listen, I'm totally happy for her to keep coming back as a 000 agent. Totally fine.
Yeah,
she's a great side character.
I wasn't opposed to Moneypenny being in the field, but it was kind of cool to see her fuck up, and then that's why she's demoted to a desk, and then she actually feels more comfortable behind a desk.
You know what?
That was a really cool and woke way of going by it as well.
Me too. I even like the fact that you know what, they could end the movie and she could become 007. You know what? I'd be okay with that if Daniel Craig or whatever happened in that universe, and then they reboot it and it's a different 007.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah.
But
I think also EON or whatever, they need to do some audience polls, because it's the wrong way to go.
Yeah.
And they'll find out the hard way, I think.
People aren't going to react well to it, because people never react well to these things.
Also, I do think that, I know it has a lot of female fan base, like it has a large female fan base, but it is a man's kind of franchise, you know, that way. Like, it is definitely marketed, well, I mean,
it's marketed
for
to
the
men.
first 30 years, it 100% is. And you can't just convert it.
Yeah.
You can't just be like, oh yeah, and now it's equal, you know, it's going to be 50% women. It's never been 50% women. It's just that franchise.
Yeah.
It's that franchise.
Yeah. And people are like, oh, well, these are the things that have to change.
And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. Sex and the City.
Yeah.
That's marketed towards women.
Yeah, that's totally fine. No interest in that. Exactly.
And Captain Marvel was very 50-50 down the middle. Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
I mean, more women went to see that than men. And I love that. I actually really enjoyed that movie.
Well, apart from the ending. Other than that, it's
just because the CGI
is bad. But other than that, it's a great movie.
But man, it's a James Bond franchise.
Yeah.
And let's keep it that way.
They use it to market watches. There's this lifestyle that James Bond leads. You know, it's the suits, it's the watches, it's everything. And I mean, it would be a serious tonal shift, and I don't know if it would work. And I feel like we would get one, and then it would go back.
I think it's going to be a massive misstep.
But look, it might
financially, we'll see.
Yeah,
it could be a George Lazenby. Maybe we'll come back years later and go, actually, do you know that Jane Bond movie?
Yeah, that was really good.
Not bad,
yeah. And you know what?
You know when her husband dies at the end, she cries.
Listen,
it was a necessary step.
It was necessary. And listen, this is one of those times where we're kind of like, we've been wrong about things before. I mean, we've shit on people and then come back and been like, you know what? We were probably a bit harsh.
Like Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that moment hasn't happened.
It's not going to happen yet. Ben Affleck. There you go.
Oh my God, yeah.
We've come back around on him. You know, because he's, you know, we were probably a bit too harsh on Ben. But, you know, we were just ribbing you.
It's all out of love anyway.
It's all out of love.
Come on.
Yeah. Thank you very much for tuning into this extra long episode of Straight to Series.
Oh, I got so much off my chest there.
We only talked this long because it was 7 weeks. And we won't tell you what time we finished recording at.
Oh my God, it's late. It's late. So late.
My suit is sweaty.
It's been so long since we did a podcast. We're actually kind of nervous excitement.
We're out of practice.
We've been building this up for too long.
And then we had 7 weeks to build it up even more.
I know, in our heads.
Yeah. It's been we've been fit to burst, shall we say?
Yeah. Shout out to Holly Goodhead, by the way.
Oh, shout out to Holly Goodhead.
She's up on there.
Yeah.
The screen.
We had lists of like funniest Bond girl names and everything.
We're going to just post them up on social media.
We're going to post them on social media, and then you guys can hit us with your thoughts and everything.
Yeah. Do you agree? Do you disagree?
Yeah. Maybe we'll make short videos about them and everything.
Yeah, we might do actually. That could be fun. Actually.
Yeah, we'll figure some way of doing it.
Because we're going to start a new thing as well on YouTube.
Yeah. We've been using these 7 weeks to talk, and we're going to try a few new things, but. Listen, stay tuned to Straight to Series. Like, subscribe, check out our Instagram, which is where we're most active.
Instagram, we got Twitter, we're on Facebook, and we're on all the main podcast platforms.
Spotify, SoundCloud,
Apple Podcasts,
YouTube,
Stitcher,
everything.
iHeartRadio, everything. Where you get podcasts, we're on it.
Yeah, we are there. So, thank you very much if you sat through this whole thing. We hope you enjoyed the Bond movies. We hope we have either inspired you to watch them or you watch them along with us.
And this excitement is so genuine.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I love taking this deep dive into the entire Bond franchise.
Me too. I feel like I've achieved something in watching all these movies, and I know that's stupid.
I know, isn't it funny?
Yeah.
See, we're movie geeks.
Yeah.
So for us, it's an achievement.
Yeah, it is.
Other people become doctors. I spent my summer watching James Bond movies.
I spent my summer, winter, and most of August watching James Bond movies.
And I will continue to do it.
Me too. We were even talking, like, we want to go back and watch a few now.
I know. Every time I sell it to myself again, I'm like, oh my God, I need to see Pierce Brosnan's chest. I need to see it again.
So stupid, but it's just, I get so excited about this. And look, we can't wait for No Time to Die.
Oh, I hope it actually comes out this year.
Me too. And I hope it lives up to the hype.
Yeah, fingers crossed that curve flattens out and we get our Bond movie.
Daniel Craig is our favourite Bond, we think, and audience polls on our Instagram agree, funny enough.
Yeah, we should say that as well. We did Sean Connery versus Roger Moore, and Roger Moore won, which I expected. Then I did Daniel Craig versus Pierce Brosnan, which was kind of close, but Daniel Craig won. And then we did Sean Connery versus Daniel Craig, and Daniel Craig wiped the floor with him.
which was surprising.
Yeah, I was really surprised at how not close it was.
Yeah, because again, the elitist opinion that I always heard as a kid: Sean Connery.
Only.
Look, it's been a wild ride, everyone, and thank you very much for listening.
And we'll be back to normal.
Yes, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
So, stay safe, and
we'll catch you next week. Hopefully,
catch you next week. Yeah. Do we have a fun Bond quip that we can end on? I don't know if
I think he's attempting re-entry. I don't know.
We're attempting re-entry into the podcast.
Yeah, into the podcast world.
I just ruined it by explaining it.
I don't know.
Just cut off.
I thought Christmas only came once a year. I don't know why I'm doing Sean Connery for everyone. See ya.
See ya. Bye.